and the pledge that they are fighting against this Shakti has once again given BJP fodder. No wonder Prime Minister Narendra Modi lambasted Rahul over his Shakti remarks and said that this shows the opposition's mindset. Prime Minister added that while the India bloc is fighting against Shakti, he worships it. He also said if the opposition's manifesto is to finish this Shakti, he accepts the challenge. Now, Rahul Gandhi has often addressed himself as a Shiv Bhakt in a bid to reposition his ideological stance to effectively counter the quote Hindu majoritarian narrative of the BJP. Then what explains him not understanding the symbolism of Shakti in Hinduism? Hinduism is perhaps the only major religion in the world where the female form and energy is worshipped as much as it is. In fact, there's a whole sect, a whole tradition in Hinduism called Shakti tradition, where devotees only worship female deities and consider the goddess as the supreme. So has Rahul once again showed his lack of understanding or even respect, as some may allege, for Hindu traditions? And will this remark end up hurting the India alliance? We take that question to our guests in just a bit. But remember, this is not the first time Rahul Gandhi is facing an anti-Hindu charge, particularly by the BJP. I just want to list out some of his comments that may be seen as easily targeting the Hindu faith, while he may not touch any other faith or belief or tradition. So, of course, he said in this last rally, there's a word Shakti in Hindu Dharma, we are fighting against it. Several people will also argue what was the need to link it to Hindu Dharma. You could have used the word Shakti in any case. Earlier, he has also said, for example, the Prime Minister wants the nation to chant Jai Shri Ram and die of hunger. Now, it may seem that this is an attack, political attack on the politics of the BJP, but why do you need to drag in Hindu faith for Shri Ram to make that point? Addressing a press conference after the passage of the Women's Reservation Bill, Rahul Gandhi had said MPs have been turned into murtis in temples which have no power. Again, this statement can be seen as one deriding Hindu faith and worship. During his first Bharat Jodo Yatra, Rahul Gandhi had hit out at the BJP and the RSS then by comparing tapasvis and pujaris. He had said, India is a country of tapasvis, not pujaris. In 2014, Rahul Gandhi had said people who go to temples are the ones who molest women. Now, this was, of course, a statement that was seen as particularly derogatory to the Hindu community alone. During his visit to the US in September 2010, remember Rahul Gandhi also famously has said that Hindu extremism is a bigger threat to India, particularly with regards to Islamic extremism or even groups like the LAT, which were really troublesome for us at one point of time. Along with that, there has been no dearth of issues cropping up during phase 2 of Rahul's Bharat Jodo Yatra either, and many of his statements have raised eyebrows. I just want to outline some of those. For example, when he targeted a journalist asking, what is your Malik's name and is your Malik an OBC or a Dalit? Similarly, he made many comments on Ram Mandir and the consecration ceremony, one of them being, did you see OBCs or Dalits at the event? And that 73% of India has been ignored at Ram Mandir. Again, these may be political attacks, but why do you keep dragging only the Hindu faith here? His statement on Amitabh Bachchan, Aishwarya Rai invited much criticism. The use of language against Aishwarya Rai particularly was found to be in bad taste, and the overall attack on her when she wasn't even at the event seemed extremely odd, and this also happened during the latest phase of the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Finally, he also seemed to ridicule today's youth, particularly in Prime Minister's constituency, Varanasi, when he stereotyped them by saying, I saw drunkards on Varanasi streets and that UP's future will be like drunkards on the road. So what is really going wrong as far as Rahul Gandhi's statements are concerned? His latest Shakti remark has led to a showdown. Will it ultimately end up hurting the INDI alliance like some statements, including recently the attack on Sanatan done by India Alliance partners, has done? We'll take that to our guests in just a bit.
Namaskaralu. हिंदू धर्म में शक्ति शब्द होता है, हम शक्ति से लड़ रहे हैं, एक शक्ति से लड़ रहे हैं। राजा की आत्मा ईवीएम में है, हिंदुस्तान की हर संस्था में है, ईडी में है, सीबीआई में है, इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट में है।
भारत माता की मेरा कितना सौभाग्य है, मेरे सामने एक बेटी शक्ति का रूप धारण करके मुझे आशीर्वाद देने आई और उन्होंने कहा है कि उनकी लड़ाई शक्ति के खिलाफ है। मेरे लिए हर मां शक्ति का रूप है।
Now Congress party, which has a long history of Hindu hatred from denying existence of Prabhu Ram, makes this statement about Shakti. In a manner, he is trying to denigrate the gods and goddesses of Hindu faith.
मोदी जी के पास आरएसएस की शक्ति, आरएसएस की आइडियोलॉजी, मनुवाद, ये उनकी शक्ति है। इस शक्ति से, इस विचारधारा से हमको कुचलना चाहते हैं।
Let's go across to the guests joining us. RP Singh, national spokesperson of the BJP, Amrit Gill from the Congress party joining us. I also have with me Rashid Kidwai, tracks the India bloc and the Congress party very closely. Desh Ratan Nigam is advocate and political analyst, leans towards the BJP and the RSS. Thanks a lot for your time. Let me begin with Amrit Gill first. Amrit Gill, would you concede, would you accept that it was a self-goal to link this Shakti that the Congress is supposedly fighting with Hindu Dharma? And this link hasn't been made by anybody else. This link was made by Rahul Gandhi himself.
So listen to me very carefully what Rahul Gandhi said. This is like the beauty of Modi ji, that he twists everything. The Shakti Rahul Gandhi said, and he defined what is the Shakti. There are two types of Shakti every Hindu believe in, that there is Devya Shakti and Asuri Shakti. What Rahul Gandhi said, that this is the power which the Modi ji is using in twisting, using the ED, CBI, everything against the people, against everybody. That is how Rahul Gandhi explained. And on this platform, I really want to say Congress respect females, and that is beautifully twisted by Modi ji, and they have tried to made it between that Congress said anything against the females. Congress respect and listen.
No, you're right about the fact that he did use this attack in the context of ED and CBI. Had he left it at that, I don't think anybody would have minded or anybody would have batted an eyelid. But he said, he began by saying in Hindu Dharma there is a shabd called Shakti. Now that, you're saying Devya and Asura Shakti. He didn't say that, right?
To Shakti, listen, Congress respect females in the past also. What BJP did in the 10 years, I'm not talking about what Congress did. Congress bought domestic violence bill. Congress bought female feticide bill, law. Congress formed a National Women Commission for the females because we respect females. Congress bought law related to maternity leave. That is our respect for females. Same work, same wages, that's bought by the Congress.
Okay, fair enough. So you're saying look at our actions and don't misinterpret the words of Rahul Gandhi alone. Let RP Singh of the BJP come in. He didn't quite attack that Shakti that he quoted and linked to Hindu Dharma in any good or bad way. So why is it that the BJP is making it sound like it is a particular insult?
Shivani, you believe in Hinduism. People on your channel, majority of them believe in Hinduism. Ask anyone on street, what do Shakti in Hinduism mean? What do Shakti connote for? Doesn't it mean Mata, Durga, or Shakti mean Chandi Mata, or Shakti mean Devi? So when you are disrespecting the Shakti and saying हमको शक्ति से लड़ना है, वो हिंदी में एक शब्द है शक्ति और हिंदू में एक शब्द है शक्ति. So it's not the first time he is doing it. He has demeaned the Indian culture, Indian ethos, the religion. and then from Ram to Devi Mata now. I mean, he has done it again and again. I mean, we revere Shakti and they mock Shakti. I mean, that's the problem. All of us revere Shakti. And also, let me tell you, I mean, in Guru Granth Sahib, there is a Bani of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Soko manda aakhiye, jin jamme rajan, a lady, a woman who has given birth to God. Why to even utter a word against her?
No, but
So why to
the
bring
Congress's
Hindu
claim is he
religion and why to bring
did.
Shakti?
If you look
Give me
at
a second.
he did link the Shabd Shakti to Hindu Dharma. Now that, I think, is what completely changed the connotation of the entire statement he was about to make. But the rest of the statement was about ED, CBI, IT and their Shakti or power being used against opponents. He even mentioned EVM. I don't know what the Congress's official policy or stand on the EVM is. So you are ignoring the rest of it, but focusing only on one part of it.
So what do EVM have to do with Shakti? Let's understand this.
I
What
think
do
he's
EVM
accusing
has
the
to do with
BJP
Shakti?
of using their
He said-
Shakti to manipulate EVMs.
So, and what do the Shakti has to do with Hindu Dharma? Let's understand this then. I mean, you're right, okay, I grant you this. But what do that problem with the EVM, CBI, ED has to do with Hindu Dharma? So man has no comprehension of Hindi language. Man has no knowledge of the Indian culture, Indian ethos, and so do religion.
Okay,
But
let me take that to
he's-
Rashid Kidwai.
And
I'll be saying one
then
second.
give me another second.
Yes.
Give me another,
Yes.
another 5 seconds, please. And this is not the first time it's happening. They have opposed Ram. They have whatever word you just now mentioned, whatever words you use about Hindu Dharma. I mean, that is all known to public. We all know, your viewers know that what sort of words he has used against Hinduism as such.
Okay,
And what
okay.
sort of words against Sanatan and Hinduism have been used by Congress. So this is a DNA of the India Alliance and the Congress which is coming up again and again.
Shivani, I
in
want
some
to
form or
contribute
other.
something.
One second, ma'am. One
Please
second.
allow.
I'll come to the India Alliance in just a bit. I'm going to broaden this beyond Rahul Gandhi's statements, and if there is a problem or a pattern emerging, I'll come to that in just a bit. But I want to go to Rashid Kidwai. Rashid Kidwai, was this a faux pas of sorts? I mean, there was no need for Rahul Gandhi to begin by saying there's a shabd in Hindu Dharma called Hinduism, called Shakti. He didn't say in Hindi. He said Hindu Dharma. You linked it to Hindu Dharma, but you didn't quantify or qualify the energy or the Shakti you're talking about. Naturally, it is coming across as taking on the Shakti, which is considered the female divine form in Hinduism that the Rahul Gandhi was talking about. So, poor choice of words.
Shivani, it's a classical case of, baat ka batangad. See, Rahul Gandhi may
Very
not
true.
have articulated the way he should have, but I also heard and saw that clip. There is a pause, and that pause, his train of thought, one can say he should be reading from a prepared text or teleprompter or something like that. What happens sometime when you are speaking in public speaking, you get carried away. I think in this stance, Rahul Gandhi was saying something and then he stopped and suddenly he thought of that sort of Bhardwaj's remark about EVM and he started talking about that. Now, this is a political formulation. Rahul Gandhi, Shivani, significantly had said 24 hours before that they are going to twist, some of the remarks and try to use it to advantage. So if Rahul Gandhi can comprehend this, that, the BJP or Prime Minister Modi is looking at his, speeches and oratory skills and trying to use it to his advantage, he should have been more careful. But I look at this as a, this thing of desperation on both sides. The way these words are being twisted, we know, Shivani, you know, and I know that Rahul Gandhi, would not like to antagonize, majority community faith, particularly at a time when elections are there, because he doesn't stand to gain anything. In spite of that, this is converted into a controversy of sort, not less than by the Prime Minister, not less than by Rahul Gandhi himself. But it's a high voltage kind of thing, and we are going to see a lot of this. But I don't think it is going to make a very qualitative difference because, people do understand, people know Rahul Gandhi's shortcoming, but they would, it's my assessment that they would not think that, he was trying to,
Particularly demean the Hindu feminine divine. Okay.
Exactly. That was not his intention.
Okay, Desh Ratan Nigam, what do you think? My particular problem with some of these statements that are being made is that people take advantage of Hindu, texts, of Hindu philosophy, of the tenets of Hinduism, and even the Hindu mythology or itihas to make their points. But they often do so when they want to make a negative point. Do you think that this kind of derivation of a faith is never done to any other faith, but somehow because it's okay in Hinduism to do so and people are not that touchy, it becomes an easy target? For example, you wouldn't really take examples from Islam and Christianity and try to make a larger political point, right? Those are not really mixed with political discourse, but somehow everything about Hinduism is fair game.
Well, Shivani, that is because Hindus are very tolerant and they just hear it and let it go. And this is a classical case of, Vinash Kale Vipreet Buddhi. And you have right on the, when the model code of conduct has already started and using the religion in that where it is prohibited, and also making personal attacks on the Prime Minister. In the same speech, the personal attacks on the Prime Minister were also made, which is against the model code of conduct. One. Secondly, Rashid ji tried to put a balm and tried to give a balancing touch, which was not there. It has always been seen with Rahul ji that even if he's abroad, he makes a statement, then 100 MPs of the Congress start clarifying. Why does that need arise in the first place? Is this not a way of only, trying to cater to a particular community that you are attacking Hindus so that you become pro-Muslim? So that's the only thing which the Congress today is doing. Now, if you recall the statement that he had with the South Indian pastor in the first Yatra, where exactly the same thing happened, where the word Shakti was used. Please recall that and connect the two. And you will realize that the insulting nature there and the similar today are one and the same thing, nothing else. And to give that benefit of doubt is clearly not there. That is a clear pattern emerging along with the Indic Alliance partners. You call Hindu terror, you create saffron terror, then you call Hindu Pakistan. So that is a pattern. There's a clear pattern that will clearly emerge here.
And maybe that is why people feel that this is becoming a problem, because there is a history attached to it. Rashid Karwai, very quickly, you wanted to come in. I'll give you 30 seconds. I'll go to Amrit.
I have a lot of respect for my friend, Mr. Ratan Nigam. But I'm just saying, we should avoid, because the political parties have their compulsions to say one thing or other. But to say that, that one particular faith would be, criticized or mocked just to please the other faith, I think this is a little unfair, and this doesn't reflect the good understanding of other faith or the people who are following it. That
so even if that is not true, Rashid Karwai, don't you agree that a lot is derived and taken into political context from Hinduism, but you wouldn't touch Islam? You wouldn't touch Christianity?
I see that point. Yeah, Semitic religions are far more sensitive, and there are laws and there are all kind of social norms are there. In that sense, there is a qualitative difference that is there. But Shivani, that is not the matter of our debate. I think here Rahul Gandhi should have been more careful. As I said, he should be speaking from a prepared text, because I know how he speaks. He starts off with something, then he goes away. And see that about the king and other thing that Mr. Ratan Nigam is saying about violating code of conduct, that was spoken by Saurabh Bhardwaj, not by Rahul Gandhi.
Okay, but he repeated it. As a leader, he should be aware there's no point repeating it either and inviting the same charge. Amritji, I wanted to come back to you. The larger question that is also being asked, and I'm sure Rashid Karwai will add to it in just a bit, is that some of the statements that Rahul Gandhi routinely makes and has made, for example, in this stretch of the Bharat Jodo Yatra, the Nyaya Yatra, end up embarrassing the Congress party rather than doing it any favors. And there is a list of such statements that are just coming across as either faux pas, either as self-goals or outrightly in bad taste.
I don't believe that Rahul Gandhi had made any such statement. He explained the negative energy which is running, and he explained how the ED, CBI, everything, and election bonds, now how the things are being related, and we never had the debate on that. We should have gone with the debates. And when Rahul Gandhi, I think 1 week back, had given 5 guarantees to the females, and we never talked on any channels, and we have never discussed what the Congress and Rahul Gandhi, what we think about how we have made 50% reservation for the central jobs, everything, 1 lakh for the poor lady, that is our respect and Rahul Gandhi's respect for the female. He if I talk about Panchayat Maitri and other Anganwadi workers, that's her words for the females.
Okay,
If
but then,
we
given
respect
all
for
of that, would you concede that it was poor choice of words on his part? Nobody is putting words into his mouth. What was the need to link Shakti that he is talking about to Hindu Dharma? Those are his words.
Modi ji picks up a word and makes a big story, and how he he said Didi oh Didi, 50 crore ki girlfriend, and he said Congress ki vidwa. I know how much he respect females, and what when our Pehlwans were on the Jantar Mantar, how Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh was protected by PM. Everybody knows how Kuldeep Singer and
How is that
Ram
a defense
Rahim
for what
gets the
Rahul Gandhi
parole.
said? I don't understand. One second. But my larger question to you was about a series of statements from Rahul Gandhi, from a very distasteful attack on Aishwarya Rai Bachchan to dragging into, making statements like तुम्हारे मालिक का नाम क्या है, क्या वो दलित है, क्या वो OBC है, harassing people, asking their caste on the street. A journalist almost literally got, once again, a journalist literally got lynched in front of Rahul Gandhi because of his speech. If there is ever a classic example of hate speech that leads to violence, it is that episode with the journalist who nearly got lynched. So it is ending up embarrassing the Congress than adding anything.
Listen to me. I know I have seen Rahul Gandhi's PC on that day. What he was saying is that no OBC got the representation. Out of 90 secretaries, only 3 are OBCs. And he was asking from the journalists, anybody from you is the OBC or not? Your owners are the OBC or not? He was just inquiring and asking them that you people are nowhere. That is making them aware why the things are being. Yes, this is there. Whatever Rahul Gandhi says, speaks, there is twisting and people turn the things
All
in
right.
a different manner.
You're insisting in if you look at it qualitatively, then there is nothing wrong with what Rahul Gandhi is saying or doing. It's just about the tinted glasses that the BJP applies on it. RP Singh, please respond to that. Is there like an obsession with everything Rahul Gandhi says, to the minutiae, to all of his actions? Because that seems to be a very easy strategy for the BJP in election season.
Well, Shivani, do you remember Pastor George Punia? When he met Rahul Gandhi, he said, I don't believe in Shakti. I don't believe in Devi Shakti. I only believe in Lord Christ. So it is probably paying back time. Because he met Pastor George Punia and because whatever George Punia said that time, Pastor George Punia said that time, he has paid back in his way to the George Punia. People who the pastor who doesn't keep his foot down on the Indian soil because he thinks his foot will get dirty. So what I'm saying is, it's not one-off thing. It's an ongoing statement of Rahul Gandhi and ongoing utterances of Rahul Gandhi and people around him. That needs to be believe in us to conclude or understand that he is doing it intendingly, demeaning the women of the country.
Okay, but RP Singh, my question to you is this:
Lord Durga or Devi.
No, you may interpret it as you may like. But is this the only strategy the BJP has to pick on everything Rahul Gandhi says and does? Is that all? Is that it?
What, Shivani, we are the one who has given gas cylinder to and the gas stove to 10 crore women in the country. We are the only one who have given Ijjat Ghar toilets to the women in the country. We are the only one who has ensured that women reservation bill come in. I mean, we got the women reservation bill. We are the only one who got the triple talaq which Congress opposed. We are the only one who has ensured that more than 10 crore women should be drone Didi and they should earn a Lakpati Didi also.
Okay.
So it's the ongoing effort by Prime Minister Modi to ensure to ensure that women get whatever rights they have to get.
All right.
But that's not with the Congress.
Okay. Okay, so just to put it in context, the statement that from that pastor that Rahul Gandhi met in his earlier yatra had said Jesus is real God, unlike Shakti. And of course, the BJP is linking it now to the other comment on Shakti, as Deshatam Nigam also pointed out, that there seems to be a pattern emerging. And will it be acceptable to make these comments in a political yatra or even in a rally against any other religion but Hinduism? I feel like, it's a free for all, and not just, I'm not talking even about statements like Udayanidhi Stalin, who comes and says, Hinduism is like malaria and dengue, and Mr. Raja, etc., who says we are against Ram. We know their ideology very, very well. But there is also an element of looseness attached. When you derive or take references from Hinduism, without thinking about the context in which you're using certain terms. And you may be Hindu yourself. That doesn't mean that you can do it and be insensitive. I think that's the context that I'm trying to talk about. But Rashid Kidwai, I want to ask you this question too. What has the second leg or the second edition of the Bharat Jodo Yatra really given to the Congress party? Is there some feeling internally that this hasn't really worked for us?
Yes, I think, Shivani, that is something that is going to be addressed in election, in the sense that the outcome will show whether Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra did, make any point or not. I think one way of looking at it is the expansion in vote percentage, or most surveys are showing that the Congress is stagnant at that 18, 19, 20% of votes. So in that sense, the Bharat Nyaya Yatra has not been a great success. But Shivani, I am just saying that, look at the other day, the Election Commission had said, and very passionately I would say, and I would take it on a face value, that religion and politics there should not be any interjunction. And what we are seeing either by criticizing or reacting, whatever you want to say, religion is being brought into it. And of course, what point you are making is also very relevant. The thing is, why can't we be little detached, or if we have a MCC, let us, sort of respect it. And nobody, I'm sorry to say, whether it's BJP or the Congress, nobody seems to be respecting, and they're bringing heavy dose of religion in it, which is very unfortunate.
Okay, Deshatam Nigam, my final question to you is also about...
Give me a second, Shivani, I have a small point to make.
Yes.
No, we never brought religion into it. He said Hindu Shakti. Did we say Hindu Shakti? He could have simply said, kuch Shakti hai.
You were just not talking about
He could have simply used the word without using Hindu as a word.
Sir, were you not using a reference of Jesus Christ just now? I am saying you are reacting.
No, because it was said. Because it was said by George Punya. No, it was said by the Pastor George, not us. It's not us. It is a statement of. I'll send it to you. It is a statement of Pastor George.
No,
said, I don't believe in Shakti. I believe in Lord Christ.
Religious figures do say what they have to say as per their faith, etc. It is not unique to Christian faith. Most religious figures do say.
Let me give you. Let me tell you. Had I been there in place of Rahul Gandhi, I would have said, you can please say whatever you have to say about Lord Christ, but don't demean Lord Ma Shakti.
That is for Rahul Gandhi to bear consequences.
What was the reason
I am saying
you are supposed to and demean Ma Shakti?
In politics.
I just prove it to both the time. It was the Congress who did it. But Rahul Gandhi couldn't take a stand. Even that time. In a normal course, even had you been in place of Rahul Gandhi, you would have said that please, when you praise, you can praise Allah, you can praise any Lord or God. But it is not by juxtaposing the other God and saying that, demeaning the other God, other ideology. So
how is it relevant to elections?
Pastor was trying to demean the Hindu ideology.
A simple thing.
And here also he is trying to demean the Rahul Gandhi is doing the same. He is trying to demean the Hindu ideology by saying
Okay,
Hindu
one by
Shakti.
one. Rashid Kidwai, 30 seconds.
Shivani, I am making a very simple saying. Whatever Mr. RP saying is how is it relevant in elections and in politics. The other day CEC said keep religion out of politics. Why can't RP saying, set an example? If Rahul Gandhi is making a mistake, let him make a mistake.
Okay. When it came to that pastor's episode, I think the greater objection should have been that the pastor said Jesus is the only real God, unlike Shakti. And in a secular country that Congress talks about, in front of a Congress leader like Rahul Gandhi, how come Rahul Gandhi had no objection to one God being called the real God, and by impact of that, every other form of faith and religion being called unreal? So I think there are issues here in the messaging that the Congress sometimes gives out and what the actions on ground are. Deshatam Nigam, final question on the same lines to you. Is it that, that Rahul Gandhi is displaying his ignorance or arrogance, which shows up only as criticism or references from one religion, or is the BJP also being extra sensitive or ultra sensitive to pick this up? Because they know ultimately it works.
Shivani, if it had been one-off incident, I would have called him ignorance, and ignorance is bliss. But this is not one-off incident. There is a pattern to it. And on a lighter note, let me tell you, Ma Durga or Shakti, which is supreme feminine energy, also is known as Mahishasur Mardini. And that is enough hint for everybody. Please don't use that name, or you will be in deep trouble. And as a student of physics also, the supreme feminine energy cannot be destroyed.
All right.
I'll
leave it on that note. I personally feel it's
Can I
very
make a small
difficult.
point,
It's
Devani?
very difficult to keep religion out of politics, and I don't think if we can actually really manage that. But insult of any religion should not be tolerated as far as politics is concerned. I've run out of time. I do thank our guests for joining us. RP Singh will continue with us. Let's shift our focus to the Prime Minister's continued push for the BJP and NDA's electoral fortunes in South India today. It was another day of packed schedule for him, starting with a public rally in Karnataka's Shivamogga, followed by this roadshow that is going on in Coimbatore in Tamil Nadu. Remember, initially Tamil Nadu police had denied permission for this roadshow, but they were asked by the High Court to let it go ahead. 2 days ago, the PM held his first election meeting in Karnataka's Kalburgi also, along with visits to Telangana and Kerala. The PM has made almost 20 visits to southern states in recent weeks, which just goes on to show the personal capital he is investing in the region ahead of the 2024 general elections. Tamil Nadu votes in the first phase this time around on April 19. Kerala votes in phase 2. Andhra and Telangana will go to polls in phase 4 on May 13, while Karnataka votes in the second and the third phase. Take a look at what News 18 Mega Opinion Poll projects for the NDA in these 5 southern states. In Tamil Nadu, the BJP is likely to gain 9% in vote share from their current 4% and open their tally at a whopping 5 seats. In Kerala, their vote share could jump to 18%, a rise of 3 points, with 2 seats in their kitty. These two, of course, will be the toughest or the most challenging states for the BJP to breach. In Andhra, with TDP back in alliance, they could get as much as 50% of the vote share and 18 of the 25 seats. Last time, TDP won 3, but the BJP did not win any. In Telangana, similarly, there could be big gains. A vote share jump of 9% and 4 seats increase from last time around. In Karnataka, they have to retain. Last time BJP won 25, this time they have the JDS with them that won 1. So if I take their tally at 26, this time the poll is projecting a total of 25 for them with 3 to the Congress. So that's a loss of a solitary seat. Overall, the BJP could gain as much as 25 seats from these 5 southern states alone. Last time the NDA tally was 33, and I'm counting this as per the present day alliances. So it was 33 in 2019, their haul from these 5 southern states. This time around, the News 18 Mega Opinion Poll projection is 58 seats. That's a jump of a whopping 25 seats coming from just these 5 states. Will they or won't they is the biggest question. So coming up, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi doing his blitz in southern states, will it reap rewards for the BJP and the NDA? That's coming up with our guests.
PRS है जिसने यहाँ के लोगों की भावनाओं का इस्तेमाल किया, सत्ता पाई और बाद में जनता से विश्वासघात कर दिया। सरकार बनने के बाद कांग्रेस फिर झूठ पर झूठ, झूठ पर झूठ, झूठ पर झूठ बोले जा रही है। कभी वो केंद्र को जिम्मेदार बता रही है, कभी मोदी पर आरोप लगा रही है, तो कभी दूसरी पार्टियों पर अपनी नाकामी का ठिकाना फोड़ रही है।
RP Singh of the BJP stays with us. Dhruv Jati, spokesperson of the Congress, joining us. Ravi Chandra Reddy, national spokesperson of YSRCP. RK Radhakrishnan is senior journalist. I do thank you all for your time. Dhruv, let me begin with you. The amount of effort the Prime Minister is putting, I know you will say, what about the state elections in Karnataka just recently? But it seems like the BJP is on the ascendancy in southern India, and it could be big gains for them overall.
Good evening, Shivani. Not really. If you look at the number of seats that are there in southern India, that's the total of 132. In that, you have about 84 plus weak seats for the Bharatiya Janata Party. So the question is, where are they really gaining? Now, if you look at the C Voters' recent survey for Tamil Nadu, they're saying that there's a clean sweep for the DMK India alliance. In Kerala, the Bharatiya Janata Party has 0 seats, and they have not made gains over the past few years. In Andhra Pradesh, Shivani, how many seats is the BJP fighting on? 6. They do not have a single legislature. They do not have a parliamentarian. And you covered the Karnataka Telangana elections recently, an election that was meant to be hyper localized, right? But who was the star campaigner for the Bharatiya Janata Party? It was the Prime Minister. I feel that was a test for the Congress and its regional
parties. But those were state elections, no? In Lok Sabha, he's very much on the ticket and the star.
Understood. But wasn't he the prime campaigner for the state elections? So this was a test for the Congress party and its regional allies, and I feel they superseded really well. The fact that the state elections in which a prime minister's face was put forth wasn't able to have any gains in the state shows clearly why the Bharatiya Janata Party has been lacking. So the numbers, if you look at it very closely, out of the 132, the Bharatiya Janata Party is suffering on more than 90 plus weak seats.
Well, this has been, of course, a weaker ground for them. I want to go across to Ravi Chandra Reddy also. You know, what is emerging, for example, in both Andhra and Telangana, according to our survey and poll at least, is that the regional parties are suffering. YSRCP is supposed to crash, and so is the BRS, for example. And we've seen the BRS's decline at least in the recent state elections as well. Are you worried about the upcoming Lok Sabha elections in the state?
Surely, good evening and good evening to the panelists. I want to specify that we are stipulated as YSRCP only to Andhra Pradesh. We are not in Telangana. And in Telangana, BJP may have some prospect because they are having 8 MLAs. Earlier also they are having 4 MPs. There in Telangana. Comparison to that in Andhra Pradesh, they are not having any ward member or sarpanch or MLA or MLC. Nobody is there in ground to BJP. Their entire cadre is not having any scope to get the votes.
Sir, one second, just to interrupt you, Mr. Reddy, briefly, don't look at this just as BJP. I know that in BJP is a smaller player in the larger alliance with the TDP in Andhra, but look at it as the TDP effect too coming to them, and that combined could be troubles for you.
Let me allow for 2 minutes at least, because I want to specify that Chandrababu Naidu is faded leader in Andhra Pradesh. He's failed totally, miserably and utterly because he's not delivered a single promise of earlier poll promised as NDA when he was Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh in 2014. And he promised with a manifesto of 650 and no single promise has been fulfilled. Now he is badly needed Modi ji's image to garner some support from central, to establish himself, to face saving in Andhra Pradesh, to get mileage with Modi's image. He is not having any popular image now in Andhra Pradesh. He is not having any established programs or schemes what actually he did in the past of 14 years his regime. So he is not having any mileage to specify. And he is not having any particular vote bank now. And he miserably failed, and he utterly wants Pawan Kalyan as a cinema actor to pull the crowd and Modi ji's image to garner some support.
Okay. Modi ji's image is the constant refrain. RP Singh, is the BJP banking too much on the pull that Narendra Modi himself has? And I'm not discounting that he has. And who knows, it could have increased in South India as well. The results will tell us. The vote share of the BJP has been increasingly going up as far as state elections is concerned in many of these states. Telangana is a recent example. But are you depending too much on that with not really having that much of a base or even a cadre in some of these states? You're a cadre-based party.
Shivani, first let me tell you very categorically, we have cadre in each and every constituency of Andhra Pradesh, Kerala. We have been fighting on ground in Kerala. Our workers have been killed by the left
Kerala
parties
I
in
accept,
Kerala.
yes.
And then we have been fighting on ground. Give me a second. So is Andhra also. Our workers have been there on ground at every block level, every panchayat level. We have a cadre and worker, and they have been ongoingly working for the ideology, and they have been ongoingly working for the party also. So is we have cadre now in Tamil Nadu and Telangana. We already proven that last elections we rose from 6.75 to 14, almost 14% of the vote bank. And this time, as your survey shows, and each and every survey is showing that our percentage of vote is going to double up this time also. So, and added to that, there is a strong anti-incumbency against Jagan Reddy and YSR, and then that's going to lead for a combination which we have, formidable combination which we have made with TDP and Pawan Kalyan, and that's going to upseat the YSR in the state.
Radhakrishnanji, I want to come to you. What do you make of the amount of personal capital that the PM is investing in South India? Could it reap rewards for him basis his personal popularity alone?
Thank you for the opportunity, Shivani, and good evening to all the panelists. The Prime Minister's, charisma hasn't worked in either Tamil Nadu or Kerala. It has limited appeal in Karnataka, Andhra and Telangana. As Mr. Ravi Reddy pointed out, there is really no cadre base for the party in Andhra Pradesh. There are no leaders for in Andhra Pradesh. Congress is lucky to have attracted Sharmila to its fold and now finally has a leader in Andhra Pradesh. Congress also doesn't have enough cadre in Andhra Pradesh. So actually it's a free run between Chandrababu Naidu and YSRCP, and I think YSRCP being in government, of course there is anti-incumbency, but still is a better place to pull off in larger numbers in Andhra Pradesh. When it comes to Telangana, definitely there is a problem for Telangana Rashtra Samiti because of the kind of pressure that it has been in from the time that the Congress government has formed. As Dhruv rightly pointed out, definitely there is attraction for the Congress in both Karnataka and Telangana, and I don't see the numbers adding up in both these places. I can tell you about Kerala and Tamil Nadu. NDA are getting 5 seats in Tamil Nadu. I don't think even BJP's hardened supporters will say that they will get as many seats as 5. If they were in alliance with ADMK, yes, definitely they would have made a sea change in the pollscape in Tamil Nadu. In Kerala, they are a 13% party. They have been a 13% party or a 10% party for the past 4 elections. It has not been able to improve from there. I would definitely say Pathanamthitta or Thrissur or Palakkad, these are places that the Prime Minister himself wants to be, stationed in and campaign and all of that. But barring this, of course, for a Delhi-based media, obviously Trivandrum is the biggest, contest between Rajiv Chandrasekhar and Shashi Tharoor. But let me point out, Shivani, that the Delhi-based media doesn't realize that the fight is actually between Shashi Tharoor and the CPI candidate Panniyan Ravindran. That is the actual contest in Trivandrum itself, because Rajiv Chandrasekhar is going to be a distant third. So this is the reality in South India. The only hope I see that the NDA or the BJP can win is Puducherry, where the government is run by a partner, alliance partner. Mr. N. Rangasamy is the chief minister there. He has ceded the seat to the BJP. BJP, if it finds a good candidate, Puducherry is the seat they can win out of all these 39 plus 1 in Tamil Nadu and 20 in Kerala. I would say this is the only possible seat BJP can win.
I also want to understand the prospects of regional parties, particularly in national elections. I'll come to that in just a bit. But Dhruv, I want to ask you about Karnataka. The sense that is emerging is that because your government is a year old in Karnataka, or it will be by the time the people vote, there's a certain element of disillusionment that has already set in, despite the fact that the Congress gave such a big verdict or a mandate to the Congress this time around in Karnataka, and that could work against you.
Not really, Shivani. If you look at the guarantees, they've worked very well with the rural voters. And you were covering the Karnataka elections last year. And I'll bring you to April 21st, 2023, where JP Nadda came out and said that if you don't vote for the Bharatiya Janata Party, you will be devoid of the blessings of the PM. Remember, South Indians are very strong on pride. And now when you hurt the pride of South Indians, I'm sure it's going to reflect in the elections. Now again, let me bring you to the South Tax movement, where all southern states are united. you have an issue in which many Bharatiya Janata Party sitting MPs, ex-MLAs, MPs in Karnataka are willing to join the Congress and are in touch with the high command of the Congress party. What is being outplayed by the media is that the Bharatiya Janata Party's face, the PM Modi face. But if you look at it, there is a strong undercurrent, and the undercurrent is based on issues such as unemployment, price rise, and this is what people from South India vote on, based on merit-based issues. So I feel more than it being a BJP push for South India, it's South India pushing BJP out of the entire picture.
So you're saying once again it's going to be like a different voting pattern in North India and South India. You're once again dividing the country.
Not about to divide, Shivani, but if you look at the numbers clearly show that they are not crossing more than 10 seats. And I will tell you why. South Indian states are formed based on linguistic and on ethnic parameters. The Bharatiya Janata Party, as a political card, plays religious politics as its card, and this hasn't worked in South India. And I again explained to you that
the politics is just different, whether we like it or not. RP Singh?
Well, for Mr. Radhakrishnan ji, I'll take the number of your mobile number and send you the list of the cadre we have in each and every constituency. In each and every 25 constituencies, we have polling booth level and the Panda Pramukh level worker each and every constituency. So it's just a matter of time. We were waiting for the right vacuum to fill in, and this time we are going to fill in that vacuum. Let's be very clear, and with our cadre, with our ideology, and also with Prime Minister Modi leading the campaign. So that's going to work for us as far Andhra Pradesh goes. And I was just, while we were talking, I was digging out the complete list with me. So this is the only party which has a cadre-based system, whether we win or lose elections. I mean, we keep working round the year, round the clock. But that point aside, as far
the politics is different.
RP
Singh, the politics is different.
That's what I said. We are going to fill the vacuum because there is a strong anti-incumbency against the YSR, and then we are going to fill in that vacuum. And then take my word, this time even the assembly and in the parliament, both places, the BJP will be reckoning with the alliance partners. Also in Karnataka, also let's understand, they are talking that people are trying to push us out. It's other way around. People have tried. The Congress party there, the lot huge promises were made, and then none of the promises have been fulfilled to the last. I mean, half-hearted promises were fulfilled, and also.
No, I don't know if the guarantees are as big a success as Dhruv Jati is making it out to be. I think they've had some unintended consequences as well. It will naturally happen when you don't have resources to give these kind of guarantees. But that guarantee politics is another one which is playing out pan-India, pan-nationally. Yes, Mr. Reddy, you wanted to come in? Along with what you want to respond, my question to you is that it's not unheard of what's happening to regional satraps, barring maybe one or two. There seems to be a trend that even the Congress is on a resurgence when it comes to some of these states. They're recovering some ground, and the BJP is gaining ground too, in terms of vote share, if not directly in terms of seats. And when it comes to a Lok Sabha election, you have to keep that factor in mind, that people are looking at Narendra Modi as the face and possibly his track record for the last 10 years.
As YSRCP, we want to specify that we don't categorize ourselves as South India or North India or East or something else. We are committed for one India. But our hope is our Jagannath Reddy fulfilled promises and the pro-incumbency. You will see positive vote this time in Andhra Pradesh. And however, RP Singh is saying that we are having cadre base and everything in grassroots level, Panda Pramukh level. Where is that in Andhra Pradesh? All 10 years we are ruling the central party under able leadership of Modi ji, and nowhere tried like local satraps like Shivraj Singh ji or Yogi ji or somebody else, that in southern states. That is the biggest mistake of BJP. That is the only one reason that they are not emerging anyway in Lok Sabha elections, maybe in assembly elections. This is the only one reason. They are not encouraged, they are not grown their own leadership in southern states. That is the only reason. They are having only alliances in the time of election of Lok Sabha. Conveniently, they are escaping from the people and they are not increasing or projecting themselves as their leadership is.
Fair enough. That is a different story in Andhra Pradesh.
That is their failure.
No, but that's a different story in Andhra Pradesh, not the story in Telangana, and not the story in Tamil Nadu.
Only anti-incumbency will gather the seats. There is no such anti-incumbency against YSRCP. What Babu is dreaming and sharing shoulder with Chandrababu Naidu is a utter failure combination for Modi ji. even he will lose his credibility.
Okay, so
Because
no, you made a
credibility
good
is
point.
just
Once again, you made a
Chandrababu
good point about not having leaders as big as some of the other Hindi heartland states. But in Tamil Nadu, for example, they're doing exactly that. They're backing their own leadership in Annamalai versus an alliance partner they used to have,
it will take
versus
time, but,
what is
it will
happening
take
in
time.
Andhra.
It will take time, but it will emerge
Not
as the
happen in
strongest
this
thing.
time. Okay, all right, all
Not
right.
happen in this time. Yes.
I've run out of time. I do
Can
thank.
I make a point?
Sir, I've run out of time. I do thank you
Can
for
I make a point, please?
10 seconds. RPC, 10 seconds.
Only thing is that they are not. Are they not aware of Purandeshwari Devi? I mean, in Andhra
No.
Pradesh,
She is not a
very
leader.
strong
She is
and
not a leader.
She is taking them head on.
She is only
For you, just wait for the time, sir. Just wait for this election. Just wait for this election. She'll rout you out.
Okay.
She's going to rout you from the Andhra Pradesh.
Bitter battles will be fought. I think we're getting an indication of that. I do thank you all for joining us. We'll of course be discussing this quite a bit in the run-up to the elections. Time for a very short break. On the other side, some more news and updates.
Co-powered by
and that Shakti is the ED, the CBI, the other investigative arms and also the EVMs. And this is what we are fighting against because we want to fight for the rights of the people and against rising prices as well as unemployment. Unfortunately, in politics, words will have to matter a lot and they do matter a lot. They are very, very important, which is why Rahul Gandhi's these comments and the PM's strong response to it is certainly not going to make it easy for him and for the Congress party.
हिंदू धर्म में शक्ति शब्द होता है। हम शक्ति से लड़ रहे हैं।
उन्होंने कहा है कि उनकी लड़ाई शक्ति के खिलाफ है। मेरे लिए हर मां शक्ति का रूप है।
Well, as expected, Rahul Gandhi's comments on Shakti has now evoked a strong response from the Prime Minister himself. In his southern leg in mission to 370 or 400 par, the Prime Minister started attacking by saying that for me, everyone is Shakti. Every daughter, every mother is Shakti. Clearly, this is a response to Rahul Gandhi's earlier comment at the Mumbai Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, where he talked about the fact that how the political opponents of the BJP and the Prime Minister were being targeted by ED, CBI and the EVMs. What perhaps Rahul Gandhi was trying to say was that the power or the Shakti of the government came in from misuse of these powers that it have to target his political opponents. But he began his speech by saying that in Hindu Dharma there is Shakti and we are fighting against this Shakti. This immediately evoked a very, very strong reaction from the BJP, with one leader after another now questioning the Rahul Gandhi factor and accusing the Congress and him of being anti-Hindu. But more than that, his comment about fighting against Shakti also earned him the tag of being a misogynist. That's exactly what the Prime Minister has played on when he says that for me, every daughter, every mother is Shakti, clearly is reaching out to women empowerment. As we all know, Nari Shakti, women empowerment, is at the crux of the Lok Sabha elections 2024. With the number of women voters increasing, large number of women now stepping out into those fields where they have never entered before. This comment of Rahul Gandhi is now getting this color which has been given by the BJP of him being an anti-women's mindset. That, along with an anti-Hindu mindset narrative against Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party, can hurt it politically. So yet another slogan which has now been taken up by the BJP at a time where every political party is now trying to woo the woman card. Rahul Gandhi has been a controversial child when it comes to his language. In the recent past, many of his comments has made things difficult for his party. Remember, recently he had told the crowd during the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra that look, the PM wants you to chant Jai Shri Ram because he doesn't want your attention to be focused on unemployment, on rising prices. Also remember, during the Kashi leg, he had said that when I went there, I found a large number of women, a large number of youth who were drunk, and this is again his dig at the Kashi corridor. These are emotive moments. Post Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha, this has become a strong issue by the BJP to try and build up a thread across the country. The fact that the Congress decided to miss the Pran Pratishtha is also something which has gone against them. With the Prime Minister himself stepping in to attack Rahul Gandhi's Shakti comments, the game is all open. The BJP, of course, is being countered by the Congress party, where the Congress is repeatedly saying, and in fact led by the Congress president himself, that what Rahul Gandhi was talking about is the Shakti of the BJP, and that Shakti is the ED, the CBI, the other investigative arms, and also the EVMs. And this is what we are fighting against, because we want to fight for the rights of the people and against rising prices as well as unemployment. Unfortunately, in politics, words will have to matter a lot, and they do matter a lot. They are very, very important, which is why Rahul Gandhi's these comments and the PM's strong response to it is certainly not going to make it easy for him and for the Congress party.
Welcome back. Ahead of Lok Sabha elections, big reshuffle by the Election Commission. The poll body today removed West Bengal's DGP Rajiv Kumar, who is considered to be close to West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. IPS officer Vivek Sahai has now been appointed as the new DGP for the state. The EC also ordered the removal of the Home Secretaries of 6 states, UP, Bihar, Gujarat, Jharkhand, Himachal and Uttarakhand. The action has been taken to provide a more level playing field in the parliamentary elections beginning April 19th. Now, the TMC has already slammed the EC, calling this move unconstitutional.
You see, we have seen that the BJP, they are trying their best to grab this kind of organizations like ECI, other organizations, the commissions, etc., etc., only to serve their own political purpose. In West Bengal, they are very weak. Their organization is very poor. Public is not with them. Their organization, they are sending different requests. Please send ED, send CBI, transfer this officer, transfer.
Do you think it has happened due to BJP? BJP has asked EC.
Yes, they are trying to serve their political purpose.
On that note, time for me to take your leave, but here's a reminder, stay with us and join us over the next 2 days as we celebrate Rising Bharat. We've got none other than the Prime Minister headlining the event along with a whole host of special guests.
21वीं सदी भारत की सदी है। 125 करोड़ देशवासियों के परिश्रम के बल पर भारत फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग मेजर इकोनॉमी बन गया।
10 वर्षों में हमने अपनी अर्थव्यवस्था में $2 ट्रिलियन और जोड़ दिया।
मुझे पूरा विश्वास है, भारत पूरी दुनिया के सामने एक मिसाल बनकर के उभरेगा।
Watch PM Modi share his thoughts on Dream Sports presents News 18 Rising Bharat Summit in partnership with Hindustan Times, 19th and 20th March, only on News 18 Network.
Viewers, the Congress has plunged into another controversy that forces it to prove its Hindu credentials. During a speech late last evening, Rahul Gandhi sparked a row by using an analogy that seemed to indicate that he was insulting goddess Shakti, that manifests in many different